items that were mentioned by the prosecution are all conclusions of fact and law, Your Honor.
Mr. Ortonio, please raise your right hand. You, Lemuel G. Ortonio, do swear that the evidence you shall give in the case now pending between the Philippines and Vice President Sara Zimmerman Duterte shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
Yes. Kindly place on the record, because it was inaudible, that the witness responded in the affirmative by saying yes. Attorney May, your witness for direct examination, kindly make the offer.
Yes, Your Honor, but before we proceed to our offer, Your Honor, we would like to just read for the record the matters that were already stipulated on, Your Honor, for avoidance of doubt.
You may do so, counsel. You may proceed.
So, first, that the witness, Mr. Lemuel G. Ortonio, is the Assistant Secretary and Assistant Chief of Staff of the Office of the Vice President. Second, he holds the position of Assistant Secretary at salary grade 29. Third, his appointment is coterminous with the term of the Vice President. And fourth, his position is one of trust and confidence. May the defense kindly confirm if those are all the matters that you're willing to stipulate on. As well as, sorry, Your Honor, they're also stipulating on the authenticity and the genuine execution of the documents listed in paragraph 25 of the request for stipulation.
Attorney Christine?
Yes, Your Honor, subject to cross-examination.
Duly noted. Kindly proceed with your offer, Attorney May.
Your Honors, we are offering the testimony of Mr. Lemuel G. Ortonio to qualify him as a hostile witness and to prove the following. Number one, the confidential funds answered to no legitimate confidential purpose. The amount was requested before the supporting plan was produced, and the 2023 plan just repeated the operative language of the 2022 plan. Nauna ang 250 million, sumunod ang plano matapos itong hingin ng DBM. Hindi plano ang nagtakda ng halaga. Ang halaga ang nauna sa kahinabol ng plano. Number two, the respondent's handprints are on every document that mattered. Mula request hanggang liquidation, nasa mahalagang dokumento ang kanyang otoridad at pag-aproba. Number three, the reports were written to fit the rules, not the facts. 4 na ulat, iisang template, mga halagang hindi nagbabago, at laging eksaktong 125 million. Not a peso more, not a centavo less. Walang natira, walang isinaulit. Number 4, 5 days after COA questioned the medical and food aid item, the line disappeared while the report still totaled exactly 125 million. Question ng Commission on Audit ang medical and food aid na may halagang 40 million, 42 million at 40 million sa tatlong unang accomplishment reports. Makalipas ang 5 araw, wala na ito sa huling accomplishment report. Pero 125 million pa rin ang kabuuan ng halaga. Number 5, in 2 years, not one area, not one operation was ever named. Daang-daang area ang iniulat, 500 million ang ginastos. Ngunit wala ni isang lugar, ni isang operasyon, ni isang petsa ang pinangalanan. Number 6, the liquidation was late, irregular, and backdated. 10 buwan huli ang mga resibo. Mahigit 100 ang may petsang 1 taon pagkatapos ng di umano'y bayaran. Number 7, the certifications vouched for nothing and were signed by the man who received the money. Walang untoward incident. Iyan lamang ang pinatutunayan. walang halaga, walang pangalan, walang lugar at walang petsa. At ang pumirma, ang mismong tumanggap ng pera. Number 8, the 500 million bought protection the Vice President already had. And against threats, the AFP and the PNP were already paid billions to watch. 473 sundalo at pulis na ang nagbabantay sa kanya. Sahod ng Republika mula sa ibang pondo. Walang pangalawang pangulo sa kasaysayan ang nagkaroon ng ganito. At ang mga bantang tinutukoy sa mga ulat, ang NPA at mga teroristang grupo. Sakop na ng intelligence funds ng AFP at PNP. Bayad na ang proteksyon, bayad na ang pagbabantay, bago pa ang kahit isang piso ng confidential funds. Number 9, the justification for the confidential funds shifted with every finding. Sa DBM, safe implementation ng good governance programs, official engagements, and functional representation ng pangalawang Pangulo. Sa mga plano, confidence building for good governance programs at pagsapit ng 2023 socio-economic program delivery. Sa mga certifications, surveillance and information gathering to prevent untoward incidents from transpiring. Sa protective intelligence operations reports for intelligence gathering naman. Sa mga sagot sa audit observation memoranda at notices or at notice of suspension for surveillance activities to determine where best to implement the OVP's programs. 6 na bersyon, iisang pondo. Number 10, the officials knew, answered nothing. The man who says he knew nothing answered everything. Lahat ng sagot sa COA, pirma ng testigong ito, na ang sabi wala siyang personal na kaalaman. Ang mga tunay na nakakaalam, ang Respondent Vice President, ang Special Disbursing Officer, at ang Colonel, wala ni isang sumagot. Number 11, the explanations for the confidential funds are a sham. And the failure to account the funds gives rise to the presumption of misappropriation. Pabago-bago ang paliwanag, walang detalye, walang dokumentong sumusuporta, pagtatakip, hindi pagpapaliwanag. At hanggang ngayon, hindi na-account ang 500 million ng bayan. Sa ganitong kabiguan, ang batas na mismo ang nagsasalita, prima facie, na ipinalalagay na ang pondo ay ginamit para sa sariling kapakanan. That would be all for Your Honor.
Comment, Attorney Christine?
Yes, Your Honor. We note that the 11 items that were mentioned by the prosecution are all conclusions of fact and law, Your Honor. And actually, they are mere speculations and conjectures, Your Honor, not being proven before this honorable court. And they are all theories and, with all due respect, sound bites, Your Honor. Nevertheless, we will cross-examine the witness to verify the allegations or to disprove the allegations of the prosecution.
If
Thank
I
you.
They may be statements of fact or law, counsel, but that's what they seek to prove. Through this witness, hopefully, by declaring him as a hostile witness in due time. Duly noted, comment of the counsel for respondents noted. You may proceed with your direct examination, Attorney May.
Your Honor, before I proceed, we would just like to request for a continuing authority for our assisting counsel, Attorney Oliver C. Caido, to approach the witness and present and confront him with the necessary and relevant documents whenever we mention those documents, Your Honor.
Granted, as well as who would be the counterpart assisting counsel from the respondent, Attorney Christine?
Yes, Your Honor, Attorney David Gola.
And
Granted,
also-
insofar as both parties are concerned in regard to their respective assisting counsels who may approach the witness at any time during the direct and cross.
And also, Your Honor, we request a similar continuing authority for us to flash on the screen the relevant documents when mentioned for the appreciation of this honorable court and of everyone, Your Honor.
Granted.
Former Vice President Lenny Lenny Robredo. Mr. Antonio, you assumed your position you mentioned earlier as Assistant Secretary and Assistant Chief of Staff noon lamang July 1, 2022. Tama ba?
That's correct.
So that was mid-year.
Yes.
And you will confirm na pag-assume mo ng inyong position around that time, walang confidential fund ang Office of the Vice President. Tama ba?
That's correct po.
Which means na yung successor ni Vice President Sara Duterte na si Vice President Lenny G. Robredo, walang confidential funds.
Your Honor, please.
Yes, Attorney Garcia.
No basis, Your Honor, and conclusion of fact.
Kindly clarify, Lenny is not the successor
Sorry,
counsel.
predecessor, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Exactly. So, kindly reform counsel.
Mr. Antonio, do you confirm that Vice President Sara Duterte's predecessor, former Vice President Lenny Robredo, Your Honor, Lenny Robredo, she did not have confidential funds?
Your Honor, please.
Yes, counsel.
Incompetent. He's not a staff of Lenny Robredo.
If he knows, if you know, Mr. Antonio, you may answer. If you don't, you may answer so as well.
Based on the records that we have, there's no record of confidential funds.
Ito ang dahilan kung bakit humiling ng confidential funds ang OVP sa DBM. Tama ba? Noong 2022. Dahil wala kayong dinatnan na confidential funds ng pag-upo mo kasama ng pag-upo ng Vice President Sara Duterte. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am.
And this request for confidential funds, ipinaabot ito sa DBM sa pamamagitan ng isang sulat. Tama ba?
Letter request.
Yes, letter request. Ngayon, I'm showing you Prosecution's Exhibit P-I-4-A dated August 22, 2022. Ito ang nabanggit mong letter request for confidential funds in 2022. Tama ba, Mr. Antonio?
Yes, correct.
Sa huling pahina nitong sulat na ito, there appears a signature above the printed name, Sara Z. Duterte. You will confirm that this is the signature of the Vice President.
Yes, I can confirm that this is the signature of the Vice President.
And you're familiar with her signature, familiar ka sa signature niya dahil sa panunungkulan mo over almost 2 decades with her or under her, nakikita mo siyang pumirma ng mga dokumento at nakikita mo rin ang kanyang pirma sa iba't ibang dokumento. Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And on the basis of this letter bearing her signature, tama bang sabihin na ang desisyon na mag-request ng confidential funds, it was the decision of the Vice President? Tama ba?
Yes, that's correct.
And throughout these proceedings, a certain name has been repeatedly mentioned, paulit-ulit na nabanggit, si Colonel La Chica. Kilala niyo siya, tama?
Yes, I know him. He's the
Okay.
group commander for BPSPG.
You mentioned group commander of the SPG, but you will confirm, Mr. Antonio, kukumpirmahin nyo na noong Agosto 22, 2022, hindi pa na itatalaga si Colonel La Chica bilang security officer ng OVP. Tama ba?
Yes,
Yes.
that's correct. He started September.
Okay. Yes, in fact, he started only on September 1, 2022. Tama ba?
Yes, based on documents.
Okay. Let us now go to the September 16, 2022 letter. Sorry. In short, ginagamit niyo ito bilang patunay na ang nagastos na 125 million ay nagresulta na walang untoward incident na nangyari dun sa mga identified, not identified, but supposed confidential. April 19, 2024 and August 27, 2024. which are prosecution's exhibit P-I-12-M, P-I-12-G, and P-I-12-K. Ikaw ang nagsumite ng mga certifications nito sa Commission on Audit kalakip ng inyong reply sa Audit Observation Memoranda.
Yes, this is part of the attachment to the replies.
At sinumitin nyo ito, sana bilang umano'y patunay ng surveillance activity. Dahil pare-parehong sinasabi ng mga nasabing certification na ito na walang untoward incident na nagawa o naganap sa implementation ng mga proyekto ng OVP at sa mga engagement mismo ng pangalawang Pangulo. Tama ba?
Yes po, that's correct.
In short, ginagamit nyo ang mga certification na ito bilang patunay na inyong opisina ay nagastos ng 125 million pesos. Sorry. In short, ginagamit nyo ito bilang patunay na ang nagastos na 125 million ay nagresulta na walang untoward incident na nangyari dun sa mga supposed confidential project.
As provided po by the security officer, this is the document that we attach to the replies.
But you will confirm that hindi mandato ng VP you will confirm na mandato talaga ng VP SPG na panatilihin ang seguridad ng Vice Presidente. Tama ba?
That's part of the duties and responsibilities of the VP SPG.
Correct. And you will also confirm na beginning October 2022 and during the entire relevant period, the Vice President already had at least 470 protective security personnel or protective agents. Tama ba?
As to the exact number, ma'am, of the VP SPG personnel, I cannot comment, ma'am, but there's a unit that handles the security of the VP, which is the VP SPG.
Let me refresh your memory, Mr. Ortonio. We will be showing you your letter to the DBM dated October 11, 2022, which is Prosecution's Exhibit P-I-4-D.
Yes, ma'am.
Diyan sa letter na yan, humihingi kayo ng addition o ng augmentation para sa special duty allowance ng VP SPG dahil tumaas ang bilang ng security officers and security or protective agents ng Vice President. Tama ba?
Yes.
Sinabi mo rin dyan sa letter na yan na as of October 10, 2022, the total count per roster of troops is 473.
Yes, ma'am. I mentioned, ma'am, na
Yes.
I can.
Thank you, Mr. Ortonio. I'm satisfied with your answer. You will also confirm na nung una, humigit kumulang 95 lamang ang security personnel ng OVP. Tama ba? Kaya nga kayo humingi ng augmentation for special duty allowance dahil biglang nag-increase ito by almost 4-folds.
Ma'am,
Tama?
ma'am, I can only answer for the security deployment during the term of VP Sara, ma'am.
Correct. Hindi ba isinaad nyo rin dito sa letter na ito, in-explain nyo, kasama ang letter dated August 22, 2022. Dito in-explain nyo bakit kayo humihingi ng special duty allowance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sinabi nyo na from 95 tumaas nga ang bilang ng security
Yes, ma'am.
detail ng, ng
Yes, ma'am.
security officer or protective agent sa ilalim ng VP SPG. Ayon nga sa'yo, yung mandato ay protektahan at i-ensure ang seguridad ng Vice Presidente. Tama ba?
That's correct, ma'am.
Yes. Aaminin mo rin na yung security detail ng Vice Presidente, hindi ito mga karaniwang security guards. Ito ay miyembro ng AFP at PNP. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am.
In
That's correct.
fact, sinabi mo rin sa same letter na yan na 364 ng karagdagang or ng security detail ng Vice Presidente ay mga miyembro ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. At 140 naman ay miyembro ng Philippine National Police. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Sa inyong kaalaman, Mr. Ortonio, meron ba ang ibang pangalawang pangulo sa history ng Pilipinas na nagkaroon ng ganito karaming security detail?
Ma'am, I cannot
Objection.
comment on the... I cannot comment for the previous vice presidents, ma'am.
So you do not know. The answer is you do not know.
What I can say, ma'am, is I cannot comment, ma'am, because I have no personal knowledge.
You have no personal knowledge. That's correct.